Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is a little bit different backgrounds. How are we feeling about that first? The reason why I'm not in my usual spot for filming is because I thought this kind of series I think that I'm gonna do, I wanted it to be a bit more intimate, like chit-chatty sort of vibes. So I kind of copied Jacqueline Hill with this idea. So she's doing like a Jacqueline's journey on like her health, her sobriety and all of that sort of stuff. And I thought I would kind of bring you along on my journey for like my health, weight loss, my endometriosis and all of that sort of stuff. So it's kind of like Jessi's journey, shall we say. I'm just gonna literally talk to you about it. So pre-COVID, I was about 2 stone lighter, just joining my new job. I was really in shape, I had definition, I was working out twice a day, or if I was going to the gym once a day, it would be like 2.5-hour sessions. I mean, don't get me wrong, that is quite a lot. I don't think you need to do that much, but I was just really enjoying fitness at the time, and I really missed that mindset because I was so into it. But this was obviously when I was living back in Birmingham as well, and I was living obviously close to my friends, and there was a group of like 4 or 5 of us that would go to the gym, especially me and my one friend. We would go like every day together, and it was just good. Like, I think it's always good to have workout partners because it motivates you on those days you just really can't bother to go. But then obviously I started my new job, and then the pandemic kicked in, and I think the best of us put on weight, although some people did lose a lot of weight. Came out of the pandemic looking amazing. I think that's great. For me, that did not happen. I gained 2.5 stone. I know I said 2 stone earlier, but I think it was 2.5 stone I've gained. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not sat here saying I'm overweight. I don't think I am. I don't want people watching this who are similar to my build or my size to think that you are overweight and fat. You are not. Everybody is beautiful. I don't care what size you are. Like, I just believe everybody is beautiful in their own way, and I'm not just saying that to look nice. I might make comments about myself, like joke about myself being chunky, but I would never dream of saying it to somebody else because I've been picked on for my weight most of my life, if I'm honest with you, and you just get complex from it, and I would never forgive myself if I gave somebody a complex. So the pandemic definitely did not help because obviously gyms closed, and the gym was my sort of like sanctuary at that point. It was my safe place, it was my haven. I loved it. It was just really good for my mental health then as well. I did start working out from home, but I can't work out from home. I think unless I had a full-on gym, then I just don't get that vibe. There's something about the gym vibe to me. Like, we have a treadmill in our house right now, but I'm still going to the gym to use that treadmill because it pushes me. I know that that might not make sense. Some people love to work out at home. My dad, he has a whole gym, and he loves it. Like, my family that live with my dad, like, they all love it. So I think if I had that sort of setup, I would. So obviously that didn't help, and then last year I got diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis, and I was just, my health kind of like rapidly started declining. I was just in so much pain, and I just didn't know what it was until I got diagnosed, and then I kind of figured out how to sort of go around it, and I'm just waiting for surgery at the moment. And it was just kind of like I feel like the last 2 years has just kind of been crap for my health because of all of that. But you know, a lot of us are in the same boat, and I was beating myself up over it for so long. But now I'm just like, whatever, it is what it is. I feel like because I'm like nearly 30, I'm like 2 years off 30 as well, so I feel like the older you get, you sort of accept yourself more. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of like, I don't care as much. So I gained a lot of weight, so that kind of depressed me for a while. However, the reason I'm doing this sort of Jessi's journey is because the past week I have been going to the gym, and I've been hitting the gym hard. When I say hard, I don't know if it would be hard compared to other people. But definitely to me, I've been doing really well. I've been doing like an hour of cardio every day. So I do like uphill walking, I do running on the treadmill, I do fast walking on the treadmill, and I also do the cross trainer. And I started off saying to myself, just do like 300 calories. And now like every day I go in, I'm like doing like 500 calories. This is like the past few days, I've upped it to about 500 calories. And honestly, like by the time like 9:30 or whatever it is when I've walked out the gym, I'm on like 10k steps, and I'm like, this is good, this is really good. So I weighed myself like a couple of days ago, and I've lost 6 pounds in total, but that was over a period of like a month, guys. That's not in just that week. So today's like my 8th day of cardio, like an hour's cardio a day. So I'm gonna weigh myself again maybe Friday. I know people are like very skeptical of scales, aren't they? And I can completely understand why, because I feel like we can become obsessed with scales. However, I do feel like scales, it's like good and bad. There's pros and cons, isn't there? I do feel like there's cons in the sense of we can become obsessed with numbers, and numbers are not always accurate. I mean, my BMI says I'm overweight, my tits probably weigh a stone each, and they are definitely not taking that into consideration. Muscle obviously weighs more than fat, we all know this. So when you're obviously doing weight training and stuff, you may put on weight, but you're not necessarily putting on weight, if that makes sense. You're just gaining that muscle there. But I will say, I've started, like I put these jeans on this morning and I was like, oh, they're loose. Like I definitely should have, like I'm nearly at the point where I need to wear a belt with these, and my work trousers are all loose now. Basically see a difference in myself. Although I've lost 6 pounds, I literally, my clothes are starting to be baggy. But for me personally, I always lose weight in like the weirdest places first, and then it goes off like my stomach, my thighs, that sort of thing. So I'm probably losing weight in like my fingers and my ankles and my wrists right now. Weight wise, I'm gonna stick to the cardio, because the hour a day of cardio is working for me right now mentally. Like when I walk out and I've done like 500 calories, I'm like, yes, like I feel so good after it. My endorphins are like, yep. So I'm gonna stick to that. So I'm on week 2 of that now, the start of week 2. So I'll keep you updated with that. Eating wise, I feel like I was at one point just buying the Slimming World, like microwave meals and stuff, but I really started to miss cooking. So I do like a half and half. I do Slimming microwave meals, or like Aldi or Lidl's version, because they do them too. And there is literally like hardly any calories in them. Some of the meals are like 300 and something calories. And I'm getting full. I am staying in a deficit, but I'm not being extremely strict with my calories. I'm just making sure I'm not exceeding how many calories I'm burning in a day. At the moment, the calories I'm burning in a day is roughly like 2,500 to 2,800. So that's a lot of calories I'm burning. I like doing the cardio and burning so many calories in the morning, because I feel like then I can eat higher calorie meals or snack throughout the day. Because I don't tend to usually have breakfast. I fast usually like 12 till 8 or 11 till 7. So that works for me as well, because I feel like that also gives me some sort of control over my calories. But yeah, so I'm eating kind of well. I've just had a bit of portion of cottage pie that I've done. This morning I did have a Richmond's meat-free sausage and egg sandwich, so I did do that on white bread. So I'm not being like extremely strict, because I still want to enjoy my food, and running and this amount of cardio makes me ravenous, guys. I'm so hungry all the time, which is obviously a bit of a downfall, but weight training does the same to me anyway, to be fair. So that's where I'm at food wise. And then health wise, I've actually, funnily enough, just come back from the hospital today. So I met with my surgeon. I don't really know what the point of this appointment was. Like last year, I was in and out of the hospital, in and out of the doctors all year, like so many scans, cystoscopies, everything. I did a full-on video on endometriosis, on my endometriosis journey on my channel, so Go check that out if you haven't already. It's in a lot more depth. I just said, so my surgeon was basically explaining like the options, and I said, look, I just want the surgery because I can't stand the pain and all the problems that I'm having. And he's like, oh, well, it's a part of a 2-part consent now. I said, what do you mean? I've waited 4 months for this appointment and it's a 2-year waiting list for surgery. What do you mean? He's like, oh, you need to come back and consent. I'm like, I consent now. Please just put me on this waiting list. Like, I was like, how long is the next appointment gonna be? 6 weeks, and that's if I can get that. Literally 6 weeks for me to just say, yes, I consent when I'm saying it right now. It's so frustrating. And I just think, you just push me back and back and back, and I've got stage 4 severe. Like, he's literally telling me you have deep endometriosis, it's this and that. Like, they're telling me they may have to take part of my bladder out, put tubes, I don't know, on my kidneys. I'm gonna have to come out with a catheter, I don't know what it flipping is. Ugh. Guys, I'm just so fed up. I'm just so fed up with it. I'm gonna be 30 by the time I get surgery. Like, that's just, I can't even. I do feel like the endometriosis doesn't help with weight loss. I feel like it kind of holds my weight, which is super, super annoying. And then I've also had to change back to my old contraceptive pill because I went on the pill which completely stops my periods because my periods are way too excruciating. But that pill, I also think that pill may have been a part of my weight gain. So I've changed back to my old pill. I take it back to back, because you're supposed to have obviously the week where you have your period, but I just take it back to back. The doctor was like, to just stop your periods sort of thing, but you prefer that pill. So I don't like any of the pills because I don't like pumping myself with hormones or whatever that I just don't need. I don't feel like I'm gonna mention weight, like actual weight on here, but I know people can get triggered when it comes to weight and numbers and stuff, and I don't want people to be the same weight as me and I'm losing weight saying, oh, I'm this now, or I've lost this, and they feel like they need to, because everybody's body type is different. But it's more, I wouldn't say I'm even big, I would just say I feel a bit unhealthy in the sense of like I'm always out of breath, I don't feel great, I don't feel confident when I'm wearing clothes. That's where I'm at. And I think I'm just gonna leave it as this for episode 1. Let me know what you think about this sort of series. It's a bit different. I don't know if it's for everyone. I can keep talking about like what's going on with my endo, how much weight I'm doing. Maybe I can do some clips in the gym. If you want, show you some workouts, what I do, keep telling you my weight sort of loss journey. Show you results. I can physically show you. You won't want to see my stomach right now. Let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think. So it was just a bit of a chit-chatty sort of first episode. But yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm gonna keep this going. I can include like some meals and stuff as well, maybe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and follow me on Instagram, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye guys, have a beautiful time.